know it's probably not what anybody wants to hear right now, but January is a really great time to start preparing for next year's end of year. I know obviously a lot of times on January 1st, I think we all are just exhausted. We want to be done. We don't want to think about it again. But I'd really recommend setting aside time now to have some of those follow-up conversations on end of year and really reflect on how your end of year fundraising program went. You want to be asking, did we meet our projections and goals? Was there anything that surprised us? Did we exceed those projections by a lot? Were we unfortunately falling short of our projections? Did we have any technical issues? Was the donor services team getting calls from donors who weren't able to donate? Or did we have trouble with our reconciliation processes in those first couple days of January? Those are the kinds of questions you want to be asking right now while it's fresh in your mind so that you can prepare better for next year. By the time October rolls around, you're probably not going to remember everything that happened this end of year. So have those conversations now and make notes for yourself so that next year you can do a better job even of preparing. You always want to keep hoping that the next year is going to be even better. It's also a good time to just kind of reflect on your goals as an organization. For example, maybe your end of year went great, but you want to set a more ambitious goal next year and you want to start your end of year planning even sooner. Decide that now, put that on your calendar. I'm a huge fan of that. You're not going to remember in 9 months what you decided, but you can set that reminder for yourself so that you have the knowledge that you gained from this end of year next year. You can also think about if there's any broader changes you want to make as an organization. I mentioned technical issues. If that's something that unfortunately you encounter at end of year, you should be thinking about that and talking about that in January to figure out what you can do to prevent that next year. Are there bigger changes you need to make as an organization, potentially with the vendors that you're working with, to make sure that you're really set up for success next year? Obviously, that's not something you can do super quickly, so you want to start thinking and talking about it now so you have time to make those bigger changes to really be where you want to be next year. So I just recommend that, as you're doing your end of year planning now, take a minute to schedule some calendar time in January, hopefully once everybody gets their much deserved vacation, to have some of these conversations and do some of this reflection just so that you can keep learning and improving year over year.